Are you serious? Fucking serious?
Son of a bitch.
Cornrows?
Last time you talked
Really?
with me, next time you mention Final Fantasy, you were out. I swear to God, I don't want to get my LP.
Hi, I'm RJ Waters 2, and welcome back to Jak and Daxter. Joining me today is my good friend Instant Grat.
That's me.
And his good friend Ballistic Clipboard.
Hello.
Hi, I'm a Clipboard.
It's true. Today we've got a really good video for you guys. It's Rock Village.
From the other better Jak and Daxter Let's Play that happened on these very forums a couple years ago.
I wouldn't call it better, but what an LP it was. I definitely watched it.
Ah, I'm sure you did.
Bridging the Gap. I'll tell you what his LP didn't have, all of this extra side content.
Also didn't have a 16:9 aspect ratios. You've got me beat there.
I've got like 3/4 more video than you had.
Damn.
Hey! We're still waiting. Turn on the teleport gate.
If you measure it by how many pixels worth of frames, I'm sure that you come out at least a bit on top.
Yeah, it's your QPP, your quality per pixel. You can clearly tell that this is the better LP. This LP has just officially surpassed yours. You didn't show off any of this wicked cool content.
Look at all this content. These sure are... This doesn't count as content. This is just polygons with textures on them.
This looks really... Is this the HD remake?
It is.
Wow, this looks really good.
Thank you.
You can tell because it's in like widescreen.
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
You were too busy looking at Kira's ass.
Guilty as charged. You got me. I just...
Or this flut. Hey, baby. Literally a baby flut.
Hey, you two. I know where you can find another power cell. According to his notes, a couple of days ago, flying lurkers stole one from the Blue Sage and flew off into the precursor basin. I'll bet you could run those lurkers down with your zoomer until you find the one with the power cell. You'll find the zoomer on the transpad near the entrance to the precursor basin.
Alright, I'm too uncomfortable to continue making jokes about this. Let's find another topic.
Now,
I'm gonna blow your mind here and say that Europe consists of several countries, not just the
What?
one.
You mean states.
Sure, if that makes it easier for you to grasp.
Yeah, let's talk about Rock Village. I think it's a pretty good level.
I think Rock Village is probably my favorite hub world in the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you hear it?
It's not like discounting all of the levels around it, just the hub world is really cool here.
Mm-hmm.
until we find out why the Blue Sage disappeared, you're going to need to collect 45 power cells.
Those rocks are really good at retaining heat.
Yeah, I'll prove it.
How long do you think that's been lying there, and it's still enough to almost kill you just touching it?
Well, it's a lot of fuel to burn through.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Have you ever had a mustache?
Yes, right now. Thank you.
Do you remember the sensation when you first start getting a mustache?
Oh, God.
And you're like, ugh, why is this here? Maybe that's what it's like.
Imagine that, but living.
Like having no arms. You can't even shave it off.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Bayonetta was a good game, even though it was kind of ridiculous.
Good thing I don't care about the environment or to actually pay for all that. Bayonetta, I mean.
Did you know in Bayonetta there is that one entire level that's just you riding a missile? Like,
hey, we have something like that. It's called the Precursor Basin.
It's a perfect segue.
Back on track. Oh, yeah. There's a precursor orb vent over in the corner, but it's really difficult to get because you need to get the blue eco, and it's a very long ways away, so I'm going to perform a little trick I call chaining the blue ecos together.
That sounds like a cool idea. You are not at all taking a really circuitous route that is losing you all the blue eco you gain from picking up another cluster.
It was so poorly executed I had to glitch through the wall.
I usually just take the one blue eco cluster and just roll all the way there and make it just fine.
How do people have different accents?
You know what? That's a good point. This is a very tiny world.
They've traveled from near and far. Also, check it out.
Dear diary, today I found out fire hurts.
I'm Gothic architecture. Look at me. Did you know that this doesn't have collision? Now you do.
Incroyable.
100% LP. Except for talking to this guy. Fuck that.
Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my short on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time race in Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
No, he literally lost his ass on a bet.
Damn.
If it's remote, everyone should have the same accents.
Also, if you didn't believe me, you can clearly see. He's got white man ass syndrome. Just not there at all.
He needs the entire barrel.
White people wear a barrel like this.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakkow steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? 'Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
Grat's LP is on the other side of those pontoons.
Damn.
Also, he'll throw in a power cell just for no reason if you pay him to release the pontoons.
Yeah, that always weirded me out that he never mentions that you get a power cell for it.
It's just customary in this culture. If you give somebody 90 precursor orbs, you have to get a power cell in return.
What do they... Are they the currency?
They're everything. They're the currency, they're your breakfasts. It's a barter system.
You just crack it open and you get a fully cooked omelet?
Right.
Oh, man. Magic omelet. That sounds delicious.
It's the precursor to a good day.
I would eat that. I bet I could make a killing just selling that Naughty Dog officially licensed all-day breakfasts.
That structure looks like a freaking out octopus.
That structure is the entrance to the worst level of the game.
I remember playing this game. I don't remember how I figured anything out because I was a really dumb 5-year-old.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was a really dumb, like, fucking 10-year-old who didn't know English, and I still managed to beat it.
Also, we don't need to pay to release the pontoons because we can just jump right over here to where they lead.
No.
No. Oh. Like I said, we don't need to pay to release the pontoons because we can just jump over to where they lead.
Sure thing, buddy pal.
We can also get these precursor orbs without having to release the pontoons first at all. See, this is like the CRV. If we pay for the pontoons, we get these 6 orbs back anyway.
Did he ever tell you why? Did he ever, like, specify why he wanted 90 orbs for doing that? He's like... Or you're like, do this thing, and he's like, no, for the monster has blah blah blah, you know, all that purple Shakespearean prose.
Everybody's got a price.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey.
It invalidates, like, you know, his heroic struggle, and he's just like, but I guess, you know, if you give me 90 of these things that are just lying around everywhere, you know...
Think of all the good I could do with 90 orbs!
By the way, here's a power cell for your 90 orbs.
Oh boy, are you guys proud of me? Wait for it.
I love those tag team sort of things. Those are
No,
my
I'm gonna have to interrupt you there and say that you are wrong. That's the entrance to the best level in the game.
Oh, I thought you were interrupting him to tell him he was wrong. But you didn't even mention that I got a trophy. I didn't hear a round of applause.
What'd you get a trophy? Was it a uranium or a plutonium trophy this time?
It was a trophy for getting 49, which is 7 levels worth of scout flies.
That's a lot of...
We also can't use this thing.
Oh,
Because even though I 100%ed everything up to this point, I still don't have enough. Okay, there's clearly this huge gap right here, so I'm going to sequence break again. Just gotta use the rare crouch move and sneak through.
That turned out well.
Didn't show that off in your LP, Grat.
I am clearly, you know, I'm just 2007 for this whole Let's Play business. You young'uns have overtaken me. That's not true. I did mine in like 2009.
It was 2011.
Was it?
Yeah.
Seriously?